Hey everybody, it's me. I'm still alive. Whew! It's been a couple weeks. I had my family. They came up for a week. That was fantastic. We got invited to a salmon cookout for the village. That was also a engagement party for the host's daughter. Incredibly fun. I got to meet a lot of people during that and really enjoyed it. Last week, towards the end of last week, I finally got all of my credentialing done, got all my my Alaska licensing finished. So I was actually able to practice medicine, and I have been practicing medicine nonstop. So first thing I have to buffer is all of my colleagues back home. I mean, I'm the girl who's seen, 40 to 60 people. I was the squirrel on crack, just knocking them out one after another. And now I'm here. And it's such a different scenario because, back home we have registration, the front desk, who are our angels and make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And then our medical assistants and our LPNs, they grab the patient, room them, do all their, status updates, vaccinations. They look at all those little teeny, and I shouldn't say little teeny anymore, but, all those social history, medical history, family history, all of those things. And then I go in and I do this whirlwind assessment, come up with a great plan, do some education, and then my girls, my nurses, my medical assistants, they go back in, grab that patient, do a refresher on the discharge, and slide them out the door. So here, and I know I said we're kind of a one-man band shop, it ain't no joke. It is not anything to sneeze at. So we take the phones, we schedule, we get all their information, we have to scan it to a registration place, then it comes back to us, so they're in the system, then I can schedule them, then I see them, then I do all those little nuts and bolts and I dotting and T crossing, then I do my little whirlwind assessment that is, now I'm a whirlwind when I get to meet the patient, and then I discharge my own patient. And then I've got to do the whole pharmacy thing. Yeah, I'm CVS, Walgreens. I'm that girl. Holy moly. So today, let's see. I think this is the second time now I've seen like 8 patients. Let me tell you something. That's equivalent to my 45 day scenarios going on back at home in urgent care. So I am adjusting. My partner, she is a godsend. She's sweet as pie. She's from Arkansas. And of course, as you can imagine, her accent is just as thick. But I love her to pieces, and she helps guide me and redirect me. And she's definitely a gift to the profession. And she's been doing this as a one-man band for almost a year. And boy, that girl, I'm telling you what, she's earned her money and then some. So we're adjusting, we're getting into the flow of things. The really cool part about Port Alsworth is it's such a tiny community. I mean, we're talking like population less than 200. So you get to know people intimately and then socially. So there's that, dynamics of working that out. Church is like fantastic. I would say if I were to say what denomination is, I would say it's probably non-denominational, but it's a great, message from the Bible, and it's applicable to our everyday life. And this week I got to go to the 6 a.m. Bible study, which was actually at the pastor's house, and there was quite a few people there. A lot of the people there were from Samaritan's Purse, which is another, oh my gosh, entity all by itself. But these people that come in to volunteer at Samaritan's Purse, they're generally here for a few weeks or a month at least. And then they just offer up their time, and they're here for the service of these veterans. And most of the veterans that we see with Samaritan's Purse, I think it's Operation Heal Our Veterans. That's the organization that's here for Samaritan's Purse. But they bring in these vets that maybe didn't quite get the welcome home because of injury. So every Sunday at 4 o'clock, everybody in the village comes out and we wave this American flag, and 2 flights. Samaritan's Purse charters 2 flights with 5 veterans and their wives on each flight. So everybody's out there at that runway waiting for this plane to come in. And, somebody's generally holding a large full-size American flag. And then everybody else has got these little, probably 1 foot by 2 foot American flags. And we're just waving them. I mean, the energy is beyond beautiful. It is palpable. It's emotional. And then once these planes land, we form a line from the exit of the door all the way into the entrance of Samaritan's Purse. So as these veterans unload from the plane, they're constantly greeted with welcome, thank you for your service, God bless you, welcome. I mean, it's just nonstop. And a lot of times we get to shake all of their hands and their wives' hands, and it's truly just magnificent. Whew, so I don't even know where to start. With all that being said, the community that I live in right now, not only is it phenomenally beautiful to look at, but the people that live here, they're just amazing people. They lean on each other, they pray with each other, they help each other out. If somebody doesn't have a thermometer, they just phone a friend and they get a thermometer. Truly an amazing village that I'm in here in Port Alsworth. So, some of the quirks that I had to get used to, there's a lot. There is a lot. And I'll probably try to do some smaller videos to kind of show the process. But, like trash. Something as simple as taking your trash out. Well, it's not that simple. So basically, I can put in my trash bags things that will burn. So paper, obviously, like your bread loaf bags, those smaller plastic things. And then anything else that's not really burnable, we have to contain it into a container, like glass and metal, those things that foil, we wouldn't burn those. So we contain those, and then once we hit a certain volume, those are shipped out. So we have to pay to have those shipped out because there's no landfill here, thank God, because it's God's earth and I don't think we should put anything in it. So it's so trash. And then and then I've been getting used to getting groceries. I've never been a girl who's shopped online and had my groceries ready or had them delivered or any of that. So that's been a bit of a bug tussle trying to get that figured out. But I have managed to do it. Obviously, I'm still eating. I order my groceries online. I pay for them to be delivered to the airport in Anchorage. Then the airport in Anchorage, I set up an account with them, and then they fly my groceries out to Port Alsworth, where they'll usually send me a text message, say, hey, you got some goods, and then I'll swing by, pick those up, and then they just bill me for freight. So generally I think it's like $1 to $1.50 a pound to have your groceries flown out here, which is very well worth it, because the girl got to eat, right? The other thing, our mail is Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. So a lot of times I try to use a little bit of that Amazon for the shipping, but still, it'll say arrived, and it'll arrive on Tuesday, and I've got to wait for the Wednesday plane for it to come out. There's just so much that I'm trying to get used to here. But I'm telling you what, without a doubt, I'm home. this is where the good Lord wants me. This is where I need to be. And I have a lot to learn, and I'm super excited to do that. The other thing that, in the health clinic, we have our own patients, but remember I said I take care of 2 other villages. One is called Non-Dalton and the other one is called Pedro Bay. So these are very, very, very much smaller, and they're actually Native Alaskan Americans there. And how that system works is they have community health aides. So the South Central Foundation has identified people that have been willing to step up to the plate and be a medical person or a medical provider. And they've been educated thoroughly on first response, on a lot of just general medical conditions. And then they have like algorithms that they follow to kind of get to the root of the problem, to see if they can take care of the problem themselves, or if they need medication or a procedure or something like that. Then they're calling us saying, hey, this is what I've got going on. This is what I think I see going on. This is what I've done. This is what's negative. This is what's positive. And then, then they treat right there on the spot for those people in those smaller villages. Now, like for instance, we've had a couple of issues where I think it was in the middle of the night, I got a call from one of them where a young man's arm was kind of dangling. And for us in the medical field, we always think, yeah, nursemaid's elbow, right? So, and that's just where the arm gets yanked and the arm gets dislocated, and then they can't do this motion. But these community health aides, I mean, this is how amazing and fantastic they are. So we talked about it, and he's like, yeah, I think it's a nursemaid's elbow. So generally, in the clinic, we can just x-ray it, verify that it is, and then just do a simple maneuver, rotate the arm and fold it back up, and then get it back into place. So of course, this community health aide that I spoke with, we talked through it, and he's like, I've never done one because I'm ready to do it. And we talked through how he was going to do it. And sure enough, he did 2 rotations of it, and he's like, I don't know if I got it, but he was able to put it in a sling. So for me, I was like, you probably got it. But the next day, they sent the young person over to my clinic. We got the x-ray, and of course, it was in line. It was just lax from that trauma of getting yanked out. So it's just amazing what these people have adapted to do with the education that they've been provided. Like, I don't know that I would have been able to manipulate a nursemaid elbow back when I was an EMT, or back when I had my registered nurse's license in the ER. Number one, I couldn't because of medical licensure and the need for that procedure. But I mean, these people are just self-sufficient. And remember, these people live off the land. I mean, they don't need us. I mean, it's a phenomenal group of people. So, yeah. So for the last 2 weeks, I've really had my head full and my heart full, and just trying to get used to some of the basic everyday life stuff that's everyday life here. So I just want to update you briefly. I'm going to try to cut this one short, but I'm alive. I am well. I am beyond happy. I am beyond blessed. I will say that this has been a fantastic diet program for me. I think I'm down probably 20 pounds from when I left the lower 48. But I'm healthy. No worries there. I'm definitely healthy. So I'm going to keep you posted, and hopefully here within the next couple of days, or maybe even this weekend, I want to try to bring to you the Samaritan's Purse. I want to show you what that's like when those veterans come in, and the community that reaches out to them and supports them and lifts them. And I hope that you'll be able to feel that energy. I mean, it's truly amazing. All right, I promise to get a little bit better on timing and uploading these videos, but again, my care packages, I love you guys. You're the best. the prayers, beyond thankful. And I'll keep these videos coming. I love you guys.